This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just a few minutes behind that 6 p.m. opening pitch for Game 3 this evening between ICC and Northeast. Dr. Boggs, you had a chance to run to Memphis and back during that last game, but ICC and Northeast getting together in a non-conference matchup, always going to be a fun time.
Absolutely, yeah. I went and had a little time to kill. I filled up with gas up north just to kill a little time between games, but it's always that was a great matchup last game, you know. I mean, a lot of hitting going on, a lot of runs scored, as those folks have probably seen. And, you know, I expect a third good game here tonight. And so there's still plenty of time for folks to come out and join us here in Fulton. And at the park, we've got a great atmosphere, and looking forward to a good matchup between us and Northeast.
Absolutely. We're going to try to bring you the Northeast lineup the best we can, as we don't have their lineup card up here up top just yet. I know may have been a little bit of a rush to get that back for the start of this one. But, yeah, you talk about the runs. Northeast won 20-11 in the second game of the day. That was nearly a 4-hour marathon in that game. And then ICC saw Northwest rally late. They got a 2-run home run to tie things up in the 7th. Went to extra innings and picked up a 5-4 win over ICC in the first game of the day. So we're getting ready for that First American National Bank opening pitch here between ICC and Northeast, the third game of the evening, and this is going to be Kai Holiday to start us off. Holiday, well, the kid's fast. That's all you can say.
Yes, definitely.
As he played center field in the first game of the day. He also had a great play where he bunted down the first baseline, slid and missed the tag, and reached safely over at first.
I did see that.
And so Holiday will start us off here. So we're waiting this First American National Bank opening pitch. And this is Ben Davis on the hill here for the Indians. That first pitch in there for a strike, and it comes your way at 7-13. That's the First American National Bank opening pitch from Ben Davis. 0-1 is the count. That pitch in the dirt skips across, evens things up now at 1-1. Well, the lights are on here at Crescent Field. A tough atmosphere to beat at night here in Fulton. Is that pitch missing for a ball? Talking about a tough atmosphere to beat. Well, you want to join us tomorrow night at the Davis Event Center at 7 o'clock for basketball, playoff basketball in the DEC. As this pitch popped back and out of play, 2-2 now will be the count. If you can't join us at the DEC, you can watch right back here on the red channel of Let'sGoICCTV.com. So 2-2 is the count. Davis getting set to deliver the pitch. And that one just missing outside. Good eye on the part of Holiday to hold off on that one. 3-2 now is the count.
Davis is a freshman, oddly, out of Boonville High School. I say oddly. Playing against some of his, as that one's fouled back, probably a lot of his players that he knows, a lot of friends there. But Ben has had 2 appearances on the season, 1-1, has no losses. He's got pitched 6 1/3 innings and given up 9 hits, 10 runs, 4 base on balls, 6 Ks. He does have a 9.95 ERA.
That pitch is going to miss low, so a nice at bat there for Holiday to start things off, and that's trouble. Typically, you walk your average leadoff batter of the inning, and it results in bad things. But when you got somebody on the speed with the bases like Holiday, it can turn into a bad thing in a real hurry.
Yeah, he's not one that you want to give a free pass. You don't want to give free passes, but you sure don't want to give one to Holiday and give him the opportunity to crank those wheels up and get into scoring position.
Breaking pitch in there for a strike, as this is number 7. Get that as Sprawling for the Tigers. As we mentioned, we didn't get a lineup sent up top, so we're bringing this to you the best we can here, as he's got an 0-1 count. This one fouled back. 0-2 now is the count to Sprawling. So no balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Runner at first in the Speedy Holiday. Davis getting set to deliver the pitch here. And just missing low on that one. Not a bad spot to miss. Good eye on the part of Sprawling to hold off on that one. 1-2 now is the count. Runner goes. A little hit and run action. Only 1 play due to the runner going on the pitch that time. And Sprawling is out 6-3.
Yeah, that was a good call right there, especially with Holiday on the bases. Get a hit and run action going. Again, if you make good solid contact, going to be hard to get him out at second or even turn a double play, which they didn't have that opportunity right there. So Holiday moves up in scoring position, still got the wheels, and only 1 out.
And now this will bring McCoy to the plate here for the Tigers. As you mentioned, 1 out, runner at second, and Holiday. That pitch falls off the table just a bit too soon for a ball. 1-0 now is the count here to McCoy. Maybe just a little miscommunication on that pitch there, as catcher wants to come out and talk to him. That's Bain coming out to talk to his pitcher here. We'll at least give you the Indians lineup in the exchange of innings here, as ICC comes in with a 7-5 record after dropping the first game of the afternoon. The ball in dirt, and the runner will advance with ease. And that's what we talked about, having the speed of Holiday on the bases. He can advance anytime the ball gets away. He doesn't have to have a whole lot of room to advance. And looks like they had to switch the baseball there as that dew's starting to settle on the ground.
Yeah, that ball was in the dirt. Bain was able to keep that in front of him, but it bounced out to the side far enough to where, anything Holiday sees in the dirt, he's basically taken off.
Fastball in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count here to McCoy.
And you got to be cognizant of that now that he's 90 feet away at him. So anything past ball, he's probably scoring.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. Good location. Low and outside on that fastball. Got him to chase to even things up now at 2-2. Be a prime opportunity here to get the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. And instead, Davis misses that pitch outside. Now the count goes full at 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner at third. Here in the top of the first, ICC in Northeast. And lost him. Second walk of the inning for Davis. And now this will bring up number 25. That is going to be Owen coming to the plate.
Jackson Owen.
So now runners on the corners here for the Tigers. You got to think they'll probably advance McCoy with the runner over at third to move him into scoring position with only 1 out. Try to take off that double play.
Yeah, you got a first and third situation here again with Holiday at third. So you've got to be very cognizant of that if you're the Indian defense that you're looking at here, what kind of defense you're going to run or what play you're going to run here in the event they send
this pitch fouled back and out of play.
Excuse me, I was looking
That's
at
McCoy.
McCoy, I'm sorry.
McCoy at first, Holiday at second, and the count evens up at 1-1 after that foul ball.
I guess I dozed off. I'm sorry.
Easy to do after the day we've had here at the ballpark. Awaiting the 1-1 offering here from Davis. Ripped up the middle. It's going to get through, and that's going to score a run. Runner's going to look to third, but be held at second, and a solid hit there by the Tigers. So when Owen gets the RBI single, Holiday jogs home, and it's 1-0 Tigers here in the top of the first. Well, you got the ball you wanted to roll up in that situation, just unfortunately a little too far to the right side up that gap, so a good piece of hitting there by Owen. This is going to be number 34, Crumpton, coming to the plate now. As that pitch missing for a ball. Well, that was kind of the theme of game 2. Both teams struggled to find the strike zone, and when they did, they had to serve it up. And, well, both teams were able to put a lot of bats on the balls and put a lot of runs on the board. This is going to be dribbled forward. Catcher lets it settle, now zips it over and gets the out. Nicely done. As 2-3 on the putout of Crumpton, but the runners did advance to second and third in that situation.
Yeah, that was a great play by Bain to hop up, be alert right there, hop up, get out there and field the ball cleanly, pick it up, and make the solid throw to first. So great play on his end because it was that was just a little chopper. And it did make it far, and that's really his ball because it's going to take the pitcher. Obviously, if he fields it, he's going to have to turn and make the throw. So great job right there by Bain to get the second out of the inning. It did advance the runners, you're correct, but we do have 2 outs.
And this ball gets away, pops straight up, and lucky for the Indians, it pops straight up because if it goes backwards, that puts another run on the board there for the Tigers. As Elliott at the plate, trying to come up with a clutch 2-out hit, and the Indians trying to find the exit here to see if they can get out of this inning with minimum damage done. It was an RBI single by Owen that scored Holiday. with 1 out here in the top of the first. And that pitch finds the corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here on Elliott. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. And he offered, did he say he's going to go? They're going to appeal to the infield. He said he did not. I agree with that. He didn't necessarily commit to it. He did get close. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Runners on second and third here for the Tigers. Top of the first inning. Time is taken by the batter.
Yeah, Davis was, I don't know if they were having trouble with the signals or picking up what pitch was being called, or was it delayed getting called in or what, but he was taking his time.
2-1 pitch, heavy swing and a miss there. Evens things up now at 2-2 with 2 outs. So Davis will quickly get it back and get set to fire this 2-2 pitch here. Foul back, and we'll do it all over again. Nice job there by Elliott. Find a piece of that one. It might have been up, probably ball 3, but got to have that mindset of protecting the plate here. So waiting the 2-2 offering once again from Davis. And a dribbler to the shortstop, scoops it up, throws it over for the out. 6-3, and the Indians do a good job there of getting out of that inning with just minimum damage done. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base there for the Tigers. Let's take a look at tonight's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups here for your Indians. And the batting order will look like this. Drew Capobianco will be playing second base. Martin Knowledge will be the shortstop. Verdon will be at third base. Bain will be catching. Lee will be in center field. Rock will be at first base. Settle Myers will be the DH. McRae will be in right field, and McRae will be in left field, and Coombs will be in right field. That is your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineup. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the bottom of the first inning. ICC trailing Northeast 1-0, as it'll be Capobianco, Martin Knowledge, and Verdon scheduled up here in the home half of the first. If you're just now joining us, Lady Indians bounced back for a Game 2 win in softball. They won 7-1 to earn a road split at Northwest Shoals. So a nice job there bouncing back after that tough loss in Game 1 to earn that split there on the road. Some of those may be watching on their way home here, so safe travels, and you probably got enough time to come check out the baseball game by the time you get home.
Exactly. I would think they would.
As Capobianco, who is a switch hitter, takes that first pitch high for a ball. Looks at that one high for ball 2. This is Jackson Mayer on the hill here for the Tigers. And Brad, let's talk about some of his numbers.
Yeah, he's a freshman out of Myrtle. Played his ball at Myrtle High School as that pitch is outside. He does have 3 appearances this year. He does have a 1-1 record, 1 win, 1 loss. He does have a complete game to his record this year. 14 innings pitched, giving up 11 hits on 9 runs, 7 base on balls, 3 Ks with a 3.86 ERA, and you have a 3-1 count now on Capobianco.
Yeah, Cap was taking the whole time that time, looking that one right down the middle. And will earn a walk to start us off here, much like Northeast did in the top half. And much like Northeast, we talk about the speed of Holiday. Capobianco's got good speed on the bases as well, so always important to get that leadoff guy on.
Yeah, most definitely. And this is going to bring up Martin Olich. Of course, no outs now, and ICC sitting in a good position here, at least to try to advance Capobianco and get him in scoring position.
So Marty will dig in here, playing shortstop. Ripped it, and that's going to get through for a base hit.
First pitch swinging, drove that ball, in between short and third. Did a great job. So now you got runners at first and second with no outs. And Will Verdun's going to come to the plate.
Yeah, that was a hard hit ball, too, that got through the gap in a hurry. So a nice start to the home half of the inning here for the Indians. And now this will be the third baseman, Verdun, coming to the plate. 1-0 is the score. Bottom of the first, Northeast with the lead. ICC trying to answer that run and then some here in the home half of the inning. Big looping breaking pitch, just missing outside. Boy, that was a good-looking pitch, just too far outside for the umpire's liking. Sometimes you can throw a breaking pitch that's just too good and even confuse the umpire.
It could have been what happened there, but it did. It was a good breaking pitch.
So 1-0 pitch coming here. A little sidearm delivery that time, evens things up at 1-1. Mayer has shown he can throw sidearm, can go that over the top breaking pitch. So ICC batter's going to take notes early here with Mayer. 1-1 is the count. He's going to look the runner back and fake the throw with nobody covering the bag. So it's 1-1 now. The count here on Verdun. Taking a lot of time, both these pitchers are in this game. This one hit right up the middle. Pitcher finds it, is going to get to third, and will not have a play there, so there'll be a fielder's choice. Great job defending his position there by Mayer to cut down the lead runner in Capobianco. Now with one out, runners at first and second.
Yeah, good job there, good play. Fielded it cleanly, and of course, being a left-hander pitcher, left-handed thrower, obviously had an easy throw over to third to get the out, get the lead runner out. So now you still do have runners at first and second, though, with one out.
Now this will be Bain at the plate here for the Indians. Looks at that pitch outside for a ball. Gray Bain trying to pick up the Indians here. They trail it 1-0, one out. Runners at first and second here in the bottom of the first. This one lifted, going to be trouble. Holiday, though, shows off that speed and says, what trouble? Makes it look easy out there in center field.
Yeah, it's kind of off the hands a little bit right there. Kind of jammed him a little bit on that inside pitch right there. He fought it off and hoped that it would drop out there. But, again, when you got great speed like you got out of Holiday out there in center field, he can track down anything, basically.
So now this will be Lee coming to the plate. And
we'll change balls again.
Yeah, and we'll see a lot of that tonight with how cool it is versus how warm it was earlier today. So we'll get a lot of changes coming up throughout here. Or actually, they said they're going to count this as a mound visit. Not really for sure what that was because the umpire went to his book. So
yeah,
but I've never seen an umpire walk with the catcher up to the mound and then just clean off the rubber for him.
Well, he wanted to hear what they had to say to each other.
That's what it was. He was wanting to figure out what pitch was coming.
Yeah, that way he can go ahead and get it in his mind.
So you got runners on first and second with two outs here in the bottom of the first. Northeast leading 1-0. That pitch high and inside for a ball. Lee playing in center field. Some runners taking this minimum lead at second. And that pitch missing outside for a ball. One of those, if the catcher don't frame it as much, probably gets that strike call. Maybe just a little bit too much of a frame drive.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, he tried to frame that one just a little bit too much there, and you can kind of tell, and especially when you move your arm. And, of course, that gives the dead giveaway there for the umpire that they're definitely framing it.
So 2-0 now is the count, and it's going to hit him. So the Indians will have bases loaded here with 2 outs, and I don't want to say this because I'm afraid we're going to jinx ourselves here, but the games that we've seen ICC this season so far with bases loaded, well, they've kind of struggled in these situations. So good opportunity here for Bo Rock, the first baseman, to come up, tie this thing up, maybe even give the Indians with a lead with something down to the gap in the outfield. So Rock will dig in with 2 outs and bases full of Indians. This is that first pitch, low in the dirt. Blocked up nicely. Ball 1.
Yeah, this will be the first left-handed batter now that Mayer has faced in the Indians lineup because Capobianco does swap. He's a switch hitter, and so he was able to swap sides and bat from the right-handed side of the plate. So Bo Rock, lefty on lefty here.
That pitch missing outside. Ball 2, 2-0 now. Is the count here to Bo Rock. If there was ever a baseball name, Bo Rock would be it.
Bo Rock.
So waiting the 2-0 pitch here to Rock. That one clips the edge for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. Two balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the first for the Indians. Trying to see if they can pull even with the Tigers, who lead this one 1-0. Big swing and a miss there, and Rock just couldn't quite catch up with the high heat. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, I think kind of chased a little high heat on that one. Looks good when it's up there, hard to catch up with. Got twos across the board up there now, so got to protect the plate for you both.
So waiting the 2-2 offering here, and he does just foul that one off to keep the at-bat alive.
Yeah, Bo just got a piece of that one. He was able to battle it off, knowing it was one of those that he was unsure whether it might be called a strike, might not, on that outside part of the plate. So he was able to battle it off, fight it off, and hopefully still get a pitch that he can drive here.
So 2-2 will stay the count with 2 outs and bases loaded here for the Indians. Rock at the plate. Gets this one. It's going to get through. 1 run will score. They're going to ask 2 to score. The throw is going to be cut off, and the Indians take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, and that was a great piece of hitting right there by Bo Rock. I don't know if you saw it or not, but they were setting the catcher up outside, and Mayer hit his spots. He hit where they wanted him, where they were setting up, but Bo wasn't trying to pull that pitch, and he knew that. And he saw that outside pitch, and he drove it to in between third and short. Did what he was supposed to do with the pitch right there, worked out, got 2 RBIs on it. Now you still got to run it first and second with 2 outs.
Now this will be the DH, Settlemyers, coming to the plate here for the Indians. ICC leads it 2-1 now here in the bottom of the first. Settlemeyer returned to sender as Mayer will get it, toss it over, and get the out. 1-3 for those of you scoring at home. But the Indians do score 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We've played 1, and ICC leads it 2-1. We'll take the break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of severe vision loss in adults over the age of 50. Symptoms are gradual loss to see objects clearly. Objects appear distorted in shape. Darker empty areas appear in the center of your vision. In a comprehensive eye exam, your optometrist will perform a variety of tests to determine if you have macular degeneration. For questions or concerns, call Cagle Eye Center in Fulton at 862-EYES, providing professional comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and the surrounding areas. Cagle Eye Center SportsCenter.com.
And welcome back now as we shift to the top of the second inning. ICC leads it 2-1 after a 2-run single out to left field by Bo Rock. And Brad, you talked about it. It was a good at bat. He fouled off a couple of pitches to keep the at bat alive and went with the pitch versus trying to fight it off and got it past the diving third baseman and give the Indians a 2-1 advantage.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a fantastic piece of hitting right there and just taking the ball where it was thrown and placing it where it needs to be placed. And so a good job there by Bo Rock and great to get the Indians on the board and ahead there in the first inning.
Davis still on the heel here for the Indians. That first pitch in the dirt missing for a ball. As this is going to be number 4, Johnson at the plate here for the Tigers. That pitch high and inside nearly hit him. 2-0 now is the count. And Davis struggling to find the zone here. Quickly finds himself in a 3-0 count.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to get ourselves in that position again where we lead off, put the leadoff runner on, or the leadoff batter, excuse me.
Taking the whole time. That time was Johnson. 3-1 now is the count.
Yeah, so that's good to battle back and get the strike right there.
And lost him.
And lose him.
So for second straight inning, or I should say back-to-back starts of the innings, ICC puts the runner on with the free pass. Third walk of the game for Davis, and now it's going to be, or excuse me, no, actually, I was going to say, but since we didn't get the roster, I thought it was going back to the top of the lineup, but it'll actually be Foster coming up here. But it is the third walk of the day, though, for Davis. So Johnson is over at first base with no outs. There's a ball to the second baseman, slides, gets it, throws in time to get the lead runner for the fielder's choice.
Yeah, great play up there at second by Capobianco. Hard hit ball. He was able to go over and retrieve the ball, field it cleanly, kind of made a little slide and catch there, was able to pop up and get the lead runner out. So, again, the Indians forcing to get that lead runner out, the one that got the free pass there by Ben Davis.
So with one out, runner at first, shows bunt, pulls back and takes that for a ball. This is Peoples at the plate. Peyton People. Well, I've got him listed as Peoples. We've heard him called People.
I've got him listed as Peoples, too.
So plural is what we're going to go with there. That pitch in there, fastball for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Runner at first. 2-1 Indians with the lead. That pitch on the corner for a strike. Nice job there by Davis. Been working inside. Snuck that one out on the outside. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, you're ahead here if you're Davis. You've got a 1-2 count on him, so you still got a runner at first.
There's a flare out to right field. See if they test the arm. Nope, they're going to hold the runner at second, wisely so. And a solid hit there. Second hit of the game for the Tigers. And now we go back to the top of the lineup here, and this is going to be Holiday coming to the plate.
Yeah, well placed right there. Again, it was hard enough hit, though, that the runner was not able to advance to third. So that's good for the Indians. You do have one out, but you do have a speedy Holiday. So you're sitting here thinking, yeah, a double play is going to be tough in this situation. But not saying it couldn't happen because you do have runners at first and second.
So Holiday will dig in after earning a walk in his first at bat. Takes that first pitch in there for a strike. We talk about the speed of Holiday. Well, we got to talk about the power as well, as he had a 2-run home run over the scoreboard in that 20-11 marathon with Northwest. 0-1 is the count here to Holiday. That pitch missing outside for a ball. Evens things up now at 1-1.
Yeah, good job by Bain to pop out there and catch that ball.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Runners on first and second. ICC leading at 2-1 here in the top of the second. This one fouled off. We'll go to 1-2.
Yeah, Holiday up there battling, chopped that one down there. Not not his pitch necessarily to drive, but knew it was a strike, was able to battle it off there and foul it off and live to fight another day. But he does have 2 strikes on him now.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here for Davis. There is one out in the inning. This one fouled back, and I think that one might have actually caught the umpire.
Yeah, he's rubbing some dirt on it. He's good.
Yeah, he's all right. So 1-2 will stay the count here on Holiday. Runners at first and second. ICC leading 2-1 here in the top of the second. That pitch drifts high. Not a bad spot to miss. Couldn't get him to chase one that time. 2-2 now. Is the count here on Holiday.
Yeah, this could be a big out right here if we can get an out.
So the 2-2 pitch coming. Just missing outside. 3-2 now is the count. Good eye on Holiday.
Yeah, good eye. Couldn't get him to chase it. Again, it was outside. It was off the plate. Outside, definitely. But could not get Holiday to chase it. So good eye on his part.
So now the payoff pitch coming from Davis. This one fouled off, and we'll do it again. Count will stay 3-2.
Yeah, good at bat here by Holiday. Working through some pitches, seeing a lot of pitches, fouling some off. So good at bat right here. We'll see who wins the battle here between Davis and Holiday.
So waiting the 3-2 pitch here from Davis. Delivers, swung on and missed for strike 3.
Yeah, great pitch right there. Kind of low and a little lower pitch there, but it was enough that Holiday knew it was going to be a strike and just wasn't able to catch up with that one. And so got the big K there and kept that speed off the bases too, even more important. So 2 outs now, runner at first and second, and that's going to bring back up Sprawling.
Sprawling at the plate after that Renaissance Bank strikeout. Takes a look at a breaking pitch that nips the corner of the plate for strike 1. So 0-1 is the count here to Sprawling. He grounded out to the shortstop for the first out of the first inning. Runners at first and second. Fouls this one off, quickly finds himself in an 0-2 hole. See Lee Adams down there taking photos. You can see photos from today's ICC games on ICCimages.com. His brother down there as well. And CJ, who's not doing a thing. He's just hanging out. But he brought his wife out here, so it must be date night.
I believe it is. Nothing like going to a concession stand and getting a hot dog on a date night.
So waiting the 0-2 pitch here from Davis. Checks the runner at second, now delivers. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts there for Davis to get out of the inning with no damage done. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the second, where it'll be McCray, Coombs, and Capobianco due up for the Indians. Back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
The slices and the sticks.
All I ever wanted for dinner was pizza, Marcy.
And all I ever asked of you was steaks.
Don't choose. Get Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half pizza, half Italian cheese sticks. And Dane's awake.
I smell bacon.
End the dinner drama with hot and ready slices and sticks. Or order online for new jalapeno or bacon sticks.
Pizza.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. McCray coming to the plate here for the Indians to start us off here in the bottom of the second. It'll be the 8-9-1 batters, McCray, Coombs, and Capobianco due up here. ICC leading it 2-1 right now in the bottom of the second inning. We want to welcome those that are watching, members of the ICC family that are tuned in. And also a special hello to those that might be watching of Northeast, as I know the Tigers streaming their own game down there. But you never know, might have some folks checking us out over here. We got a Dr. Brad Boggs fan club that's probably tuned in. Is that pitch in there for a strike?
You know, I don't get asked for autographs very often, you know, when I get out. But I figure there's a small crew out there that might enjoy to hear me.
McCray looks at that pitch, missing low for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs as McCray is starting us off here in the bottom of the second. 2-1, ICC with the lead. That pitch missing outside. Now the count goes 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, and no outs.
Hitter's count here for McCray.
And that one's going to be inside, and that'll walk him. Thought it might have hit him for a second, but it was a walk. And that is going to be the second walk of the game for Mayer.
Well, like Davis, like Davis, Mayer also walked leadoff batter in the second inning as well. So Coach Harrelson's going to take a stroll out to the mound and have a talk with Mayer.
So this breaking the action, we'll hear from First American National Bank and be back with more right after this.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
Well, the conversation continues out there on the hill right now as the home plate umpire is going to go try to break this one up. ICC with the runner on first, no outs. They lead at 2-1 here in the third game of the day. If you're just now joining us, ICC, well, they started the day at 12:05 and dropped a 5-4 decision in 8 innings. Don't know if there might be an injury situation or something like that as the home plate umpires up there talking with both the head coach and the pitcher.
Yeah, they may be discussing Little Caesars pizzas, you know, what kind of pizza they're going to pick up when they leave here. Things like that. Those are important conversations that you got to have. And there's nobody warming up in Northeast bullpen that I can see. Well, they got somebody stretching out there. Let me rephrase it.
Might be trying to just buy him a little bit extra time to start getting loose. Mayer, I mean, pitched well. He's only given up 2 hits. He has walked 2 and hit a batter. Maybe just want to get him out there and get him refocused in this situation. This pitch foul back. Strike 1. This is Coombs, who is playing out in right field. Didn't play in the first game of the day. We talked about that. ICC fell 5-4 in 8 innings to Northwest, and then Northeast picked up a 20-11 win in Game 2.
If you like offense, you missed a good game on that second one right there between Northeast and Northwest as Coombs takes ball 1 right there, 1-1 count. A lot of hits racked up in that second game.
And if you liked a normal size strike zone as a batter, that wasn't the game you wanted to play in. 1-1 now is the count. Well, kind of a delay toss over to first. Had a little hitch in his giddy up as he tossed it over. 1-1 still your count. Yeah, it was one of those games that, and I jokingly said this, you know, both teams, everybody gets after the umpires, whether it be ICC, Northwest, Northeast. As there's a pitch in there for a strike, 1-2 now is the count. But the game lasted so long, the crowd got tired of fussing at the umpire. So 1-2 now is the count here on Coombs. So the 1-2 pitch coming. Missing low and inside, and now we'll go to 2-2.
Yeah, went outside for that strike a while ago and then tried to come back inside. See if he could get him chase something on that. He didn't, so good eye by Coombs right there. Takes that count to 2-2, no outs right here with a runner on first.
Indians lead at 2-1 here in the bottom of the second. This one hammered, but it's going to go foul. Didn't hear any oohs and ahs that time, Brad.
I think that one was going more towards the soccer field or to the big that big ditch that we got in between us and the baseball field and soccer. So a little more on that one.
We've seen 3 or 4 vehicles get tattooed today.
Yeah, it's not been a good day for vehicles in the parking lot.
Hopefully they got State Farm Insurance agent Brandon Poland on their side as this one fouled out towards the parking lot. Remember, for all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, life, or windshield replacement on your vehicle, Stop by and see Brandon Poland right there on South Adams Street in Fulton. He's located about halfway down the street. You can see the big red sign, and he's got the full house red door on his office. This 2-2 pitch fouled off, and a nice at bat going here for Coombs, getting deep into that pitch count for Mayer.
Yeah, that's a great job. And again, this is the first time Coombs has seen Mayer, so he's the number 9 batter in the lineup tonight. So, you know, you're going to see cycle number 2, as I always call it, coming back up with Capobianco next. But Coombs doing a great job of seeing a lot of pitches here.
That 2-2 pitch just high for a ball. Count goes 3-2. That was one of those borderline pitches that just drifted high on Mayer.
Yeah, it was a good take on Coombs' end, but it was one that would have been hard to take. I'll say that.
So now waiting the payoff pitch here for Mayer. Runner at first with no outs. And that's where they want to go. Throw over to first and nearly threw it away that time as the first baseman did a great job of stretching across and catching the ball and also not stepping on McCray that time. McCray's a big old boy. I wouldn't want to step on him either.
I don't imagine he'd like it very much if you did.
Probably not. So waiting the 3-2 pitch here.
Ooh.
And a beautiful pitch there. Great job by Mayer coming back to win that battle and get his first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game, first out of the inning, as we go back to the top of the lineup here and Drew Capobianco.
Yeah, that was a real good pitch, and I think it just kind of fooled Coombs a little bit. He couldn't pull the trigger on it. He was not expecting that pitch right there, and so he couldn't pull the trigger and get a swing on it, so strike 3 right there gets the first out.
Capo, he walked at his first at bat, was retired on a fielder's choice as that ball in the dirt. Good job blocking it up there by the catcher for Northeast. 2-1 is your score, 1 out. 1-0 is the count here on Drew Capobianco. Cap like that one, just couldn't find it. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, kind of high and tight there. Kind of, you know, of course, that one was sitting up at his eyes almost, but not quite that high. But went after it and had a good cut after it. Just wasn't one he could catch up with.
1-1 pitch, and he wears it. And so Cap will head down and take one for the team there. Second batter of the day that Mayer has hit. And so now this will bring up Martin Olich, who had a single and scored a run back in the first.
Yeah, that gets you down, moves your runner McCray up to second, and of course now Capobianco at first. So first and second, 1 out. Indians got a runner in scoring position here.
Yeah, Marty hit the ball hard past the diving third baseman and his first at bat.
Yeah, first pitch swinging.
Looks at that pitch high for a ball. I don't know if Martin Olich's dad made it up here, but I know he's got a little fan club down on the coast. I think it's John and Eddie are the crew that always tune in down there. As this one hit, but it's going to go foul and out of play for strike 1. 1-1 now is the count.
And there is some action in the Northeast bullpen. Got someone warming up. Obviously, I can't tell from here, and it's not because of my eyesight. It's just because that is a long way down there.
And the trees are in the way.
And there are some trees in the way. Thank you.
So 1-1 now is the count here to Martin Olich. Runners on first and second for the Indians. Martin Olich gets it right by the third baseman again. They're going to ask McCray to score from second, and he will.
I believe that was just almost a carbon copy hit from what he had that first at bat. And again, he great job there. It did score McCray, as you said, Adam, so the Indians are able to put another run on the board here and extend their lead to 3-1.
Yeah, big clutch hit, and I'm with you, Brad. Pretty much almost a carbon copy of his last hit, and that time gets the RBI, and ICC leads it 3-1. And now here comes Will Verdon. He reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run back in the first inning. 1 out in the inning. Runners on first and second here for the Indians. Verdon looks at that pitch high for a ball.
Yeah, you got some speed there at second, too, with Capobianco, and then you got speed over there with Martin Olich. So a lot of speed around here on the bases. If anything gets down out in the outfield, depends on how far, definitely looking at 1 run scored, possibly 2.
So 1-0 is the count. That ball gets away, and the runners will advance. So now most definitely something down to the outfield can score 2 here, as both runners will advance on the pass ball.
Yeah, that was definitely, the catcher was unable. I mean, he was able to block it up. It did not get past him, just bounced out to the side enough to where, of course, Martin Olich and Capobianco both were cognizant enough that they saw once the ball got away, they took off running. So it advanced into second and third. Indians in good position right here with 1 out.
2-0 is the count. Verdong hammers this one, but it's going to go foul and out of play. 2-1 now will be the count. Again, want to remind you, make your way out to the Davis Event Center tomorrow night. Playoff basketball at the DEC is something special, as the ICC men's basketball team will host Coahoma with the First American National Bank opening tip coming your way at 7 o'clock. Wear red and come support the Indians. Of course, if you can't make it out to Fulton, you can watch that game right here on the red channel. This ball popped up to the right side of the field. Shallow will not be deep enough to score the run. Just jammed him up a little bit that time, fought it off, and that'll be out number 2.
Yeah, jammed him up enough. All he could do was just muscle it out there and wasn't able to muscle it far enough to drop. And so, again, good pitch there on the behalf of Mayer to jam up Verdung and get that second out. So, second runners are still at second and third, though, and now you have Bain up.
Bain, who flew out to center field on a nice running catch by Holiday, and his only at bat so far, will dig in and try to spark a 2-out rally. Runners on second and third here for the Indians. They've already put 1 on the board here, as a beautiful pitch just snuck in the back door there for strike 1. So 0-1 now is the count. There is 2 outs in the inning. Runners at second and third here for the Indians. They lead at 3-1. Off speed, fouls off. 0-2 now is the count here to Bain. So no balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runners at second and third here for the Indians. Bain trying to extend this inning. Not a bad spot to miss. Couldn't get him to chase one in the dirt that time. 1-2 now is the count here to Bain. Well, it's cooled off dramatically. It was in the mid-70s when we had our First American National Bank opening pitch, what feels like 3 days ago. It's getting a little chilly out there tonight.
Yeah, we actually had the air on.
Will not turn that on now.
No.
Swinging and a miss for strike 3. Nice location there on that fastball, and a clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout, the second of the game there for Mayer. But the Indians do tack on another run. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We played 2 in Fulton. ICC leads at 3-1. We're going to take a break and be back with more right after this.
Want to make a good living? Come learn a skill at Max Home. Upholstery trainees start at $15.50 an hour. Our upholsterers average $23 an hour and can make above $28 an hour on production. We're also offering a $500 sign-on bonus to experienced upholsterers. Max Home is hiring for all positions and is willing to train quality people. Max Home makes all their custom-built products in the USA. Join the best, train with the best, be the best. Max Home, Fulton, Mississippi, and Max Home, Sulligent, Alabama.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And from my family, Roll Tide!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now as we shift to the top of the third inning, where to be the 3, 4, 5 batters due up here. It'll be McCoy, Owen, and Crumpton scheduled up here for the Tigers. ICC leads at 3-1. Scoring 2 runs in the first and adding another one there in the second. That pitch missing outside for a ball. Adam Gore, Dr. Brad Boggs here in the ICC Alumni Association Foundation broadcast booth. Find out how you can join the Alumni Association, as there's a shot to center field. Center fielder's going to give chase and make the play.
Yeah, great job right there by Lee out there in center field to track that one down. That one was smoked pretty good. So McCoy put a lot of good bat on that one, but Lee did an excellent job out there to track it down.
To finish that thought, though, to join the Alumni Association, visit iccms.edu/alumni. That's iccms.edu/alumni. So now with one out, this is going to be Owen, who had an RBI single in his only at bat so far in the game. Takes that first pitch, missing low for a ball. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Good crowd, though. We talked about it with Northwest and Northeast coming to town. A lot of those games that parents and fans can make with it being a short drive, but that's going to be put out there just in fair territory.
Yeah, fly out to Rock there at first, but you're right. I mean, what a 3-game series, because when you Northeast definitely will bring the crowd to town as close as we are to each other. Northwest not far up the road either, especially with I-22 is ball one right there. But again, that was going to bring the people out. Yep. Plus the weather, Adam.
Yes,
the weather
sure.
helped.
Yeah, for it to be the last few days of February. Wait, what is today?
Today is the last day of February. Happy March 1st for tomorrow.
You know what that means, though. More importantly, payday.
Payday. That's right.
Yes. 1-1 is the count after that foul ball. That pitch missing outside. 2-1 now is the count. But you said that, you look at it, now they open that road between Pontotoc and Sherman, Pontotoc, Oxford area. Makes it a lot easier drive. Return to sender right back up the middle. And a nice hit there by Crumpton, coming up with a clutch 2-out single.
Yeah, he definitely put that one right back to Davis right there. Davis wasn't able to make a play on it. Good piece of hitting right there by Crumpton. So single right there with 2 outs. Got a 2-out single. Now you have Elliott up to plate.
Elliott grounded out to the shortstop. That was to end the first. So looking to redeem himself here in the top of the third. So Elliott will start it off. This is that pitch outside for a ball.
Not a bad pitch. Couldn't get him to pull the trigger right there.
So 1-0 is the count. Might be one of those he revisits if he gets it within a 2-strike count. 1-0 pitch coming. This one foul back out of play, and we'll even things up now at 1-1.
Got 2 outs here now. Indians got 2 outs. Runner at first. So be good to get out of this inning, and to manage to get through the meat of Northeast lineup.
1-1 pitch. Just finds that edge of the plate for a strike. ICC fans loved it. Northeast fans, not so much.
He may be thinking about what Little Caesars pizza he would like to have and ready to go get it, that hot and ready.
That pitch just missing outside. Couldn't get him to chase one there. Brad, if you had to, your pizza of choice, I give you 3 toppings. What are your 3 toppings?
3 toppings for my pizza of choice. I would go with mushrooms.
All right, I'm there with you on that one.
Bell pepper.
I'm off of that one.
You're off of that one?
I'm not a bell pepper guy. I like bell peppers, but not on pizza.
Okay, I love bell pepper, love mushrooms. And, I'm just going to get kinky, and I throw a black olive in there.
I'll do the black olive. Okay. I like that.
That's my 3.
If I'm ordering 3, I'm going to go pepperoni, mushroom, and green olives.
Green olives.
I'm a green olive guy.
I like the green olives.
Yes.
But,
nobody serves those around
That's
here.
what I was wondering.
Like salad bars? No.
Yeah,
I don't ever get it.
Okay. I like that.
I'm going to start a protest. 2-2 is the count with 2 outs. This pitch fouled back. But yes, a hot and ready pizza sounds really good. They're located on South Adams Street here in Fulton. So next time you're coming to the field, you know what? The prices on Little Caesars Pizza is so good, you could pick up 2 and bring me and Brad one.
Absolutely. I would not turn it down by any stretch of the imagination, and would consider that to be a kind gesture.
Absolutely. I owe him like 30 pizzas already, so I need to at least cash in on one of those for you eventually.
Don't know that I'll ever get those 30, but, it's always wishful thinking.
2-2 is the count with 2 outs and a runner on first. Pitch coming. Ripped up the middle and over the head of a leaping shortstop. Clutch hit there. But a good job by Lee to quickly get that one back in to keep the runner at second base. Back-to-back singles off the bats of the Tigers. And Northeast trying to spark a rally here and with 2 outs at the top of the third.
Yeah, you mentioned a great piece of hitting right there. Again, that's 2 that's basically sent back up the middle. That one was just out of the reach of Martin Olich. Martin Olich gave a good jump there, and, it just got out of his reach. So he was overshaded that way anyway, but just was not quite able to get up high enough to make the catch.
This is going to be Johnson who walked to start the second inning at the plate now. Listen to that pitch in there for a strike. So this is Davis trying to find the exit here. Let's see if he can keep the Indians lead at 3-1. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Breaking pitch just missing low. 1-1 now is the count. I'm with the umpire. That one did look a little low.
It did. I believe I'm with you on that one. That one was a little low and understandably laid off of that.
So 1-1 is the count. Fastball in there for a strike. Well, we talked about earlier how it was one of those pitches Bain wasn't expecting. Well, the way Johnson reacted to that one was not looking fastball.
Oh, no, he definitely wasn't right there.
So now the 1-2 pitch coming here from Davis. Got him chasing one.
Got him chasing, and he didn't know what was coming right there, Adam.
Another Renaissance Bank strikeout, the third of the game for Davis. We'll take a break and come back with the bottom half of the third inning, where to be Lee, Rock, and Settlemyers due up for the Indians. Back with more right after this.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the third inning, where to be Jackson Lee, Bo Rock, and Settlemyers due up here for the Indians. Indians lead at 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. So that pitch in there for a strike from Mayer. Both these pitchers a little roughed up early, but have come back and settled down and found some key strikeouts to get out some jams.
Yeah, ICC's bullpen still no activity, but Northeast still does have some activity in their bullpen. So, don't know. Of course, Coach Harrelson's made a couple of mound visits. The umpire made a mound visit. The catcher made a mound visit. They all talked a little while out there, had a good time. So, you never know what's going to happen.
So the 1-1 pitch coming here. And it's going to be slapped but foul. And now the count will go 1-2 here on Lee. He was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Now going to have to protect the dish here with a 1-2 count.
Yeah, on that, you just kind of stuck the bat out there. It was kind of just placing the bat on the ball. Did a great job. It just went foul. So, like you say, he's got to protect the plate here with a 1-2 count.
So waiting the pitch here. Catcher sets up outside, and that's where the pitch goes. Evens things up now at 2-2.
Yeah, well, good eye right there on Lee's part right there to lay off of that. Then, like you said, it runs the count 2-2.
2-2 pitch. That one drifts high. Now the count goes full. Nice job here by Lee to battle back and force this count to go full. So Mayer getting set to deliver the 3-2 pitch. This one lifted. Center fielder just happened to be in the right spot at the right time as Holiday takes a couple of steps to his right, squeezes that one for out number 1. Well, whoever had the scouting report there on Lee, well, they had it right, as he hit it right where the center fielder was.
Yeah, Holiday was kind of shaded a little to the right here of second, so he wasn't dead center. He wasn't dead center on. He was shaded more toward right field, so Lee hit it that way, and like you say, Adam was just right at him. So here you got Bo Rock, who had a huge hit his last time up, had 2 RBIs.
Yeah, drove in a pair of runs on a single. Listen to that pitch outside, 2-0 now is the count here on the first baseman, Rock. Big, healthy swing and a miss there. Actually said he got a piece of it. 2-1 is the count here on Rock. Well, I tell you what, when he swings the bat, he leaves little doubt. See, listen to that pitch, and ooh, borderline pitch going the way of the Indians there. 3-1 now is the count.
Yeah, good eye right there. Bo to lay off of that.
And he's going to draw the walk. So that pitch runs inside that time, and Rock a nice at bat. And now this will bring up Settlemyers, who grounded out to the pitcher to end the first. He'll dig in with 1 out and a runner over at first base. Here for the Indians in the bottom of the third, ICC leading it 3-1. Oh, man, that was a wicked breaking pitch. It just fell over right back in the strike zone for strike 1.
Yeah, kind of backdoored him there in on that breaking pitch. And, of course, good take right there, unless you're ready to drive that to right field. Ooh, they're going to make – let's say if he went around.
And they're going to
hit him. They're going to check and see if he went around.
And they're going to appeal this real quick as runner will head down to first. And they're going to stay in frame of our close-up camera here. So this is one of those calls that really can go either way, Brad.
Mm-hmm. It is. We'll see.
He tried to check up and couldn't do so. And with his momentum, it did carry him square, but he hit him. And they're going to bring him back. I can't argue the call.
No, I'm like you. I think he went around.
Yep.
And, you know, he just wasn't able to hold back on it, so he did get hit, but he went around on it. So they're going to call that a strike. And, you know, personally right now, not calling anything out against these other 2 games or the first game we played, but so far this umpiring crew that we've got right here, they're really doing a good job. So brings him back, and that's going to be – so he's going to have is that a 0-1 count?
I believe it's going to be a 0-1 count. I didn't see him show it. So runner at first, taking a little bit of a lead here. Big, healthy swing and a miss there.
No, that'll be a 0-2 count.
Or actually, that's going to strike him out.
My bad.
So just a tough break there for Settlemyers after getting hit by the pitch. Then has to come back and takes a healthy chop at that. Maybe a frustration type swing. Couldn't catch up with it. And now that's 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, it gets our second. As McCray grounds that back to the pitcher, and he goes to second with it and
nice
does get
dig
the out.
At second. Yeah, I would say that one nearly put in the dirt, but does get the 3rd out of the inning. Indians put no runs on the board, no hits, no errors, and that'll do it for 3 innings of play. ICC leads it 3-1. We'll take the break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get to start the fourth inning here to be the 8-9-1 batters due up for Northeast. Foster, Peoples, and Holiday, and we flip the top of the lineup. Davis still on the hill here for the Indians. He has scattered 4 hits so far. He has struck out 3, has walked 3 as well. As this is going to be Foster starting us off. He reached on the fielder's choice, swings on this one, fouls it off, and puts that one in the parking lot.
Yeah, I didn't see any damage. That one was close, though. But, yeah, Davis, like you say, you know, had a rocky first inning a little bit there, but has settled down and come back. And as I say that, Northeast gets a leadoff hit there, line drive to center field, and so around first there. But still, he's settled down and thrown a good game up to that point.
And for the third out of 4th innings now, the leadoff runner has got on here for Northeast, as this will be Peoples. Peoples singled in his only at bat so far here this evening. Northeast has 5 hits, ICC with only 3, but the Indians lead it 3-1. Shows bunt, lays it down. Beautiful play. Only one play, and it's over to first in time for the out. It was a bang play, and Davis came up, played it nicely. That's a sacrifice bunt that does get the runner over in scoring position there. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That's the ICC BSU. They're getting ready for their spring break mission trip. I believe they're going back to Montana in a couple of weeks. So we wish them well on that trip for Brother Chris and company. So with one out and a runner on second, back to the top of the lineup here in Holiday.
If that was a perfectly placed bunt right there by Peoples, I mean, he dropped that one down just perfectly, and it even stopped out there pretty good. So plenty of time to get Foster over to second base there and do a good job with the sack. Now with one out, you got a runner in scoring position for Northeast.
That pitch high makes the umpire duck. 2-0 now is the count. Another thing is, we talked about it already, when the ball hits, rolls around that grass a little bit, it's got that dew point out there right now, so sometimes can catch a break and maybe come up and throw a wild throw with it being a little wet out there.
Ooh.
Big swing and a miss there by Holiday. 2-1 now is the count. Holiday walked in his first at bat, did eventually come around to score in the first inning. Struck out swinging for the second out of the second inning. Does have an RBI opportunity here and a chance to cut into this 3-1 advantage for the Indians. Off speed inside for a ball. 3-1 now is the count.
Yeah, 3-1 count. Of course, you know, he's not one that you really prefer to give a free pass to. Not that you, again, we've talked about it. Anybody needs a free pass, but you like to keep that speed off the base paths.
And that pitch finds the corner. Holiday thought that was ball 4 and going to come back and now has a full count at 3-2.
So got a battle back. Of course, Ben, great pitch right there on his end. It caught the corner, fooled Holiday. Let's see if he can battle back and get the out here.
So 3-2 pitch coming. And there's strike 3. Big time clutch. Renaissance Bank strikeout there as Holiday goes down looking. That is the 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Davis. Renaissance Bank, they are the bank that understands you. You can find out why by visiting RenaissanceBank.com. So now with 2 outs in the inning, this is going to bring Sprawling to the plate. As they're going to ask the pitcher to step off and reset the signals here. 2 outs, runner on second. We're in the top of the 4th inning. ICC leading this one 3-1. Breaking pitch, beauty, but up a little bit too high for the umpire's liking. Davis looked a little frustrated that he didn't get the call there.
Yeah, he tried to frame it again. Did a pretty good job of trying to frame that one, but just not good enough to where he could get the call.
1-0 is the count. This pitch fouled back. We'll go 1-1 now here on Sprawling. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. A runner at second. We're in the top of the fourth inning. ICC leading this one 3-1. Got Brad Boggs up here with me in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. Starting to see a little bit of action getting loose in the bullpen for the Indians. Davis delivers the 1-1, swung on and missed for strike two.
Yeah, great pitch right there on the part of Davis right there. It was kind of on the inside part of the plate. Kind of high, but I said up a little bit, in the strike zone. It wasn't high, but it was up a little bit, and couldn't get him to, just couldn't make connection with it.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here from Davis. Fastball just missing outside. Couldn't get him to chase one. Not a bad spot to miss. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, they got twos across the board out there with 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Be big right here for Davis to come up with another K.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here from Davis. And he got him. Well, Brad, you called it. Back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts, the 5th of the game for Davis. We'll take a break. Come back with the bottom half of the 4th, where to be Coombs, Capobianco, and Martin Knowledge due up for the Indians. Back with more right after this.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we shift now here to the bottom of the 4th inning. ICC leading this one 3-1 over Northeast. And it's going to be Drew Coombs, the right fielder, coming to the plate. Struck out looking in his first at-bat. Indians would like to see if they can pick up some of those State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland insurance runs here in the bottom of the 4th. That first pitch in there for a strike.
Yeah, good pitch right there to start the inning off there by Mayer, who is still in the game, even though there is activity down there in the Northeast bullpen as Coombs takes ball 1 there, 1-1 count.
And don't know where that one missed, as that was a pretty good-looking pitch there. 1-1 now is the count here to Coombs. That pitch missing high and outside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs as Coombs starts us off here, and that pitch missing outside for a ball. 3-1 now is the count on Drew. He's playing in right field. He's had an uneventful evening so far out there in right field. And that pitch goes high, and that's going to be a leadoff walk. Nice job there by Coombs getting on base, as that is the 4th walk of the game for Mayer. He has hit a couple of batters as well. So now we go back to the top of the lineup, and one of those guys that has been walked and hit by a pitch, Drew Capobianco, coming to the plate. And that might be it for Mayer, as we'll have a trip to the mound here. We'll take a quick timeout and be back and let you know if we have a new pitcher right after this.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family,
Roll Tribe! This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Manatee, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Want to make a good living? Come learn a skill at Max Home. Upholstery trainees start at $15.50 an hour. Our upholsterers average $23 an hour and can make above $28 an hour on production. We're also offering a $500 sign-on bonus to experienced upholsterers. Max Home is hiring for all positions and is willing to train quality people. Max Home makes all their custom-built products in the USA. Join the best, train with the best, be the best. Max Home, Bolton, Mississippi, and Max Home, Sulligent, Alabama.
And welcome back as we do have a call to the bullpen being brought to you by Tommy Morgan Real Estate Agent Ricky Murphy. John Eaton enters the pitch here. And Capobianco takes that first pitch for a strike. So Cap will switch sides of the plate here. We talked about he's walked and been hit by a pitch. And Brad, when you get a moment, let's talk about some numbers there on Eaton.
Yeah, Eaton is a sophomore from Biggersville. As Capobianco takes another ball right there in the dirt. He has 3 appearances on the year. Does have one win, 1 loss to his on his record. Pitched 2 2/3 innings, Giving up 10 hits, 5 runs, 1 base on ball, 2 Ks.
Those stats being brought to you by Sam's Town Market there in Manatee, as they were trying to say the bunt was laid down or he was hit forward, and they're going to say no, it was.
They're saying he didn't pull back.
Or they're going to try to say that he pulled back. So they're going to appeal this one as well here. And well, this is going to be tough to overturn with as much time as that went between the interaction of the ball here. And so they're going to talk this one over, and they're going to say no, it's going to stay a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs. There is a runner over at first base. That is Coombs, who started the inning with a walk. So 1 ball and 1 strike is the situation. Indians lead at 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Shows bunt, lays it down. It's a good one. Sacrifice bunt will put the runner over to second. Nearly threw that one away. 1-3 on the sac bunt for out number 1. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. They meet Monday nights at 7:07. You can follow them on Twitter at ICCBSU, and nicely executed sac bunt there by Capobianco. So the runner over to second with 1 out here in the inning. And now this is going to be Martin Knowledge. Martin Knowledge is 2 for 2 with a run and a RBI. Breaking pitch, and it's a beauty. Clips the corner of the plate for a strike. Well, if you lost a cell phone, we found it in the parking lot. Call it. Oh, wait, you can't because you don't have your phone.
That's right.
So Brad and I will be taking that to the pawn shop here in a moment.
Yeah, got a phone here that
his mom is trying to get up with you, whoever you are.
At 29 minutes ago.
And that pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count. So if they found it in the parking lot, that might be one situation. Didn't realize dropped it as he's getting in the vehicle. And
yeah, it kind of fell out of your pocket or something like that. Hopefully you didn't get too far down the road and you've noticed. Normally, I notice pretty quick when mine's out of my hands. It's kind of sad we've gotten that way.
0-2 pitch coming. And going to check the swing. Are they going to check on him? Nope, said he did not go. 1-2 is the count.
That's a good pitch right there. A good 0-2 pitch right there by Eaton. Almost got Martin Knowledge to go, but he checked and did not go around, and so that produced ball one.
Brad, you're like me. If you don't feel that buzz or hear it ring like every 5 minutes, you know something's wrong.
I even get that, that fake buzz feeling.
Yes.
You know, you feel like your phone's buzzed and it's in
checking
your
it, looking around, going crazy. 1-2 the count with one out and a runner at second here for the Indians. They lead it 3-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. This is Martin Knowledge at the plate. Looks at that pitch high. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good eye on the part of Martin Knowledge there to kind of battle back. Again, this is a new pitcher that Martin Knowledge has not seen yet except for this at bat. So kind of got to get some pitches down under his belt here, but does have a 2-2 count.
So Eaton getting set to deliver the pitch here. Checks the runner at second now, dials it up. Big swing and a miss, just couldn't catch up with the fastball. Actually a little bit under that one that time. And a big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there. First time that Martin Knowledge has been retired here in the game. And now with 2 outs in the inning, this is going to bring up Will Verdong, who reached on a fielder's choice, scored a run, and then popped up to second. That was back in the second. So he's going to try to see if he can spark these bats for a 2-out rally here for the Indians. So Verdong will dig in. And there's the spark.
He smoked that one.
It's off the reservation. And the Indians get a 2-run home run off the bat of Verdong. Well, Brad, we said he was going to try to spark the bat, so you can't spark them much more than that. That was a big boy shot out there for the Indians to put 2 more on the board.
It was a no-doubter. Once connection was made and the ball left the bat there, it was a no-doubter. Left fielder did try to give it a little chase just to, I guess, add a little excitement to the cause, but there never was a doubt. So 2 RBI home run there by Will Verdong. That gets the Indians now up to 5-1 with Bain up.
Pitchy had a nice cold drink of Coca-Cola before coming to the bat there and parked that one. And as I said, he was looking to spark the bats. He might have turned around and said, Gore, is that a spark enough? And so now this will be Bain at the plate. That pitch missing low and outside. 2-0 now. Quickly is the count on Bain. Yeah, Brad, we've seen a lot of home runs in this ballpark, and that was one right there. You knew it. You heard it, seen it time and time again. That one was going to exit stage left in a hurry. That pitch to the knees for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Nobody on here for the Indians. That ball in the dirt gets away. Nobody is on, as I said, so no damage done there. Count now goes 3-1.
You got a 3-1 count here if you're Bain. You don't want to get too excited up there. And after seeing that monster shot there by Verdong, you still got to wait on your pitch. It's got to be your perfect pitch with 3-1 count.
And he's going to take there and draw the walk. So that's a 2-out walk now, and this is going to bring up Lee, who is 0 for 1 of the day. He's been hit by a pitch.
Number 2, Jackson Lee.
And so the Indians want to see if they can extend the inning here. Have already put 2 runs on the board. They lead it 5-1 here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, there's activity in both bullpens. ICC's got 2 guys up out there, and Northeast has got someone up throwing in their bullpen as well.
So Eaton coming into this situation, and what a wicked curveball. That thing had 2 breaks on it.
Is that your 6-12?
That's my 6-12 curveball for sure. One of those that makes you look up and down at it.
I tell you, it was. Oh, that definitely was a 12-6 curve, and had some wicked drop to it there.
0-1 is the count. Fastball, couldn't catch up with it. That's the perfect pitch to follow up that pitch with right there, because he's got that same release point on that curveball and then that fastball. So you're sitting on curve, and then you're just trying to play catch up whenever you see it come out as a fastball. So 0-2 now is the count here on Lee. So waiting the 0-2 offering here. And, ooh, that one just up for the umpire's liking. 1, tough to hold off on. 2, tough not to call that strike 3.
Yeah, and of course, you know, don't want to leave that one floating up too high there, because you'll have another Verdun turning on that. But again, a little too high for the umpire's liking.
There's a shot to center field. Nice job on a good at bat there by Lee. And the Indians now with 2 hits with 2 outs in the inning. And that was a clutch one there. And now the Indians with runners on first and second. And this is Bo Rock coming to the plate. This is another batter. You got to be careful here. Rock got power for days. He's floated a few of them out there. Flirted with a couple of home runs in that Northwest game. So most definitely can't leave one of those breaking pitches up here to Rock. So there's 2 outs in the inning. Runners at first and second. ICC's put 2 on the board here with a 2-run home run off the bat of Verdun. That pitch missing for a ball.
And good eye there. Bo Rock watching ball 1 go by. 1-0 count. Still got 2 outs here. Northeast does. Runners at first and second for Etowah.
So Rock at the dish. Waiting this 1-0 pitch here from Eaton. Ball in the dirt. Good job blocking that one up to keep the runners to stay at first and second. 2-0 now is the count here on Rock.
Yeah, and had a little heat behind it right there, but a great job by the catcher to block that one up and keep the runners at bay. They were not able to advance on anything at that point.
So 2-0 is the count. Rock at the dish. Runners at first and second here for the Indians. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Rock looks at that pitch outside for a ball.
Yeah, patient at bat here by Bo Rock. Very good eye. 3-0. You know, I don't know. Coach Collier may turn him loose here. You can't ever tell if it's the perfect one. He may say, go for it, Bo.
3-0 pitch. And that one in there for a strike. I'm going to say this. You look at a guy like Bo, he can hit for power, whether it be, you know, long ball or just smash one through the gap. He is extremely patient at the plate. Very impressive for a power hitter.
Very, very impressive. And took that one. He was taken all the way, so strike 1 there. 3-1 count, his count.
3-1 pitch. This one fouled off and took a little bit of it off of it that time. Good job by Rock to find a piece of it. 3-2 is the count here. 2 outs. Runners at first and second for the Indians. They've got a 2 spot on the board here in the bottom part of the 4th inning. So Rock awaiting this 3-2 offering. Rips it and off the glove of a diving first baseman, and that's going to load the bases for the Indians. Give that a hit for Bo Rock. Is great play over there at first. Tried to make the diving stab at it. Just couldn't come up with it. And that was a big hit there for Bo. We talked about it. Very patient at bat. And that one was ripped off the glove of the first baseman. And now the Indians have loaded the bases here with 2 outs. And this is going to be Settlemyers coming to the plate. Jackson is due. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out.
Yeah, Bo smoked that pitch. I mean, it was smoked to the first baseman, just wasn't able to come up with the play as Jackson Settlemyers swings through strike 1 there. But, I mean, had the first baseman not been able to knock that one down, you got RBIs coming in.
Easily. So that's a good play and a good point there, but a good play as well by the first baseman to cut those runs down as well. Big, healthy swing and a miss by Settlemyers makes it a 0-1 count. This pitch fouled back, and now quickly 0-2 here on Jackson. So 0-2 is the count as the mystery phone has been called, and so we have answered it here. And so apparently somebody has found it, and so they tried to call it.
Yeah, maybe we have the owner. We have the owner coming, we think.
That pitch missing inside for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. Settlemyers trying to keep this inning going here for the Indians. Tigers looking for an exit. Bases loaded here for ICC. Swing and a miss. Good job taking something off that pitch there. Settlemyers just could not square up with it, as that is going to be the second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Eaton. But the Indians get a 2-run home run off the bat of Will Verdong to take a 5-1 lead here through 4. We're going to take a break, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Davis stays on the hill here for the Indians. ICC leads it 5-1 after a 2-run home run. No doubter. Off the bat of Will Verdong. Makes it a 5-1 contest here as Davis staying on the hill for the Indians. And it's going to be the 3-4-5 batters scheduled up, McCoy, Owen, and Crumpton. That pitch finds the corner for a strike.
Yeah, at the top of the 5th here, and Davis still in the game, which is good, and giving him some good activity here. I don't know where his pitch count is at this point. That's, as we see, strike 2 there, and he swings through strike 2, and McCoy does. But so we got an 0-2 count, but I don't know who's. I'm sure they're keeping up with this pitch count, but we do have activity in ICC's bullpen.
So McCoy, who is 0 for 1 of the day with the walk. Oh, good eye as Davis thought he got him from strike 3 there. Not a bad spot to miss. If he's able to get a piece of it, probably just would have been a foul ball or just an easy roller down to first. 1-2 now is the count. Grounder, left side, shortstop, Martin Knowledge, long throw in time.
Yeah, great defensive play there by Martin Knowledge and Bo Ronk. Bo put a long stretch on that one out there, too, to ensure that he was able to catch that before the runner reached first base. So good job, good defense right there by the Indians.
Yeah, Delta State fans love seeing that play there by the shortstop, knowing they've got him coming out there to the Delta after this season. That pitch in there for a strike. His counterpart, Ben Davis, getting it down on the hill for the Indians here as well. Ben be heading out to Delta State after this season. And Davis, man, he is dialed in right now as he's wasting no time. Quickly in the head in the count now, 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Well, when you're feeling it, you're feeling it, Gore.
Absolutely, and he's feeling his 6th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. And now this is going to be Crumpton coming to the plate. Crumpton 1 of 2 with a single. He's also grounded out, basically 2-3 on a little slow roller forward as
we called time.
Crumpton called time and ran away from the batter's box, making sure he got time rewarded. Not a bad move there by Crumpton, just kind of throw Davis out of his rhythm a little bit. Is that pitch missing for a ball? That one finds the corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
We got him out of his rhythm too much. Got a 1-1 count here, 2 outs. Again, top of the 5th.
1-1 pitch coming. That one missing outside. 2-1 now is the count. He's trying to get a quick 3-up, 3-down inning here, see if he can get those bats back to the plate.
Oh. What a breaking pitch.
Yeah, he hadn't went to that breaking pitch very many times today, but that was an opportune time there as he slid that one in the back door. 2-2 now is the count. Strike three. Davis fired up after that one. Another Renaissance Bank strikeout there. He's got 7, 3 up, 3 down. Go the Tigers there in the top of the 5th. We're going to take a timeout here from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, roll Tribe!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we do have a call to the bullpen here for the Tigers, as this call to the bullpen being brought to you by your Tommy Morgan real estate agent, Ricky Murphy. Whether you're ready to make a call to move into your forever home, or maybe you're like Brad and looking for a new summer home, give Ricky Murphy a call or look him up on Facebook there at Tommy Morgan. Brad, tell us about the new pitcher in the game here.
I got Brant Smith, a freshman coming out of Columbus, did his pitching, or he's playing high school ball down at New Hope. Brant does have 2 appearances on the season, 1 1/3 inning pitched, 1 hit given up, 3 runs, 2 base on balls, 1 K.
And I do promise you that we're not being attacked by a large bird out there in left field. It is a mosquito that's on our wide camera.
Oh, I see that.
There you go. Now it's decided to fly off.
That was interesting.
2-0 is the count. Hard hit ground ball. Nice backhand grab there by the shortstop. Throw over for the out. 6-3 to retire McCray. And so now this is going to be Coombs coming to the plate. He was on the bag whenever Verdong decided he wanted to hit a 2-run moonshot for a 2-run bomb in the previous inning to give ICC the 5-1 lead. We are here in the bottom of the 5th, and the Indians leading over the Tigers. That pitch inside for a ball. So 0-1 is the count. That pitch missing high. 2-0 now goes the count here on Coombs. He is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout, a walk, and a run. That pitch maybe just a little overthrown that time. 3-0 is the count here. Well, if you're just now joining us, Lady Indians bounce back with a 7-1 win in Game 2 at Northwest Shoals to earn a split there on the road. And that's going to be a walk to Coombs, second time that he's been walked in back-to-back at-bats now.
That's 4 straight there. It puts Coombs on, and that will bring up Drew Capobianco, and of course he'll be going from the left-hand side of the plate on this one because Smith is a right-handed pitcher.
So with 1 out and a runner on first, Cap will dig in here for the Indians. He had a sacrifice bunt. He's been hit by a pitch. He's also walked. Guess what?
Got hit there.
Got hit again. He just wants to swing the bat. That's all he's wanting to do. Is you can kind of tell when he got hit there, he's like, come on, guys, just let me swing the bat here. But that's what you need off your number one batter, leadoff guy. Get on base, whether it be a base hit, a walk, hit by pitch, whatever you got to do to get there, get there. I'll tell you what, Drew Capobianco has done a great job of that so far this season.
Yeah, he has. And you're right. That's what you ask of your leadoff batter. Is to get on base, however, find a way to get on so that way that's how you're going to produce runs. And so great job there by Drew Capobianco. Again, it's as Martin Olick swings at the first one, fouls it down the third baseline foul. But it's not the way you want to get on base normally. You want to swing the bat, but, hey, his on-base percentage will continue to go up.
So that first pitch fouled off. 4-strike-1 here to Martin Olick, who is 2 for 3 on the day with a pair of singles. He does have an RBI and a run scored. This pitch popped a mile high here. Center fielder's going to have to come charging in and makes the play. Boy, that's a luxury having a guy like Holiday out there in center field. He covered a ton of ground.
He has some wheels on him.
16, Will Verdon.
Reminds me of a young Brad Boggs.
I'm going to tell you what, I remember when I never could run like that.
The only way I'm getting that fast is when I'm in my car. So there's 2 outs now, and this is Verdon, who just had that 2-run home run in his previous at-bat. He did reach on a fielder's choice and popped up to second. So that ball gets away, and runners will advance.
Yeah, it's a pass ball, so now you got the runners at second and third here. Another opportunity for Verdon here to drive in some more RBIs on the evening.
The Indians would love to pick up some of those insurance runs. And, of course, when we talk about those insurance runs, we got to talk about your State Farm insurance agent, Brandon Poland, located right there on South Adams Street. See the big red sign halfway down the road. Stop by and see Brandon Poland for all your insurance needs here in Fulton. 1-0 is the count. That pitch low in the dirt, blocked up nicely there, stays in front of the catcher. Nobody can advance.
Yeah, great job right there by the catcher of Northeast. He was able to block that pitch up because, again, we do have a runner at third. We do. Anything behind, anything getting by, they're scored. So that would put the Indians 6-1 potentially. So right now it's leaving it at 5.
So Verdon will dig in. Looks at that pitch outside for a ball. 3-0 is the count. Tell you what, good eye on the part of Verdon. He got a pitch outside like that last time that he took for a ride. He's been able to hold off on 2 of those pitches, so sharp eye there at the plate for Verdon. He'll be heading to Southern Miss. And he's going to take that pitch inside for ball 4. Didn't want anything to do with Verdon getting stretched out on the ball there.
Well, you had a base open. If you're Northeast, first base was open. They know how he smoked that last pitch. Not saying that you want to get to Bain because there again, he is our cleanup hitter. But there again, not necessarily if you're Northeast, may not have been a bad walk for them.
So now Bain, who walked his last time up, he's 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. He will dig in here with bases loaded. That pitch missing outside for a ball. And we talked about it earlier in the game, and we'll say it again here. It stands to note, and it's not a note that ICC fans really necessarily care for me to talk about. The Indians struggle with bases loaded, especially when they've need to come up with a clutch 2-out hit. Bain hoping to shake that here. That pitch right down the middle for a strike evens things up at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Bain, who is catching here, awaits the pitch. Drills this one, but it's going to be fouling out of play. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, kind of on the outside part of the plate there, that pitch was by Smith. And so Bain was just able to get a piece of it off the end of the bat there and foul it off. And got a 1-2 count here. So the count definitely in Smith's favor.
That pitch missing outside and a breaking pitch that looked like he may have just pulled the cord a little bit too soon on it that time and got on top of it. Good job by the catcher to keep it in front of him there. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, couldn't get him to chase. 2-2 count. Of course, 2's across, 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Smith looking for the exit here. The Indians trying to extend this inning. This one popped up mile high here. Third baseman is going to give chase and is going to be out of play. And he's going to be inside the box over there. Some of the ICC players standing over there. And I want to say it was in the dead area. That chalk line is gone where they normally draw off over there, which is a dead area. I know that's going to be Northeast fans throwing a fit here if it does stand that way. But if you do look, Rick is coming over to explain where the dead area is on the field, and that is going to be the case as the umpire walking back here. And I understand what the Northeast fans are going to argue here, and Richie's going to come out and have a conversation as well. But again, I'm going to have to stand up. I'm going to have to stand up for the umpire here because I do understand it. Trust me, Northeast fans, I do understand you're upset because of the ICC players that were in that area. But where the ball landed, where the ball carried, is a dead zone in the ballpark, and that is what the coaches, when you see the coaches meet before the game, Brad, they always talk about, well, this rule stands here, this rule stands there, and that's one of the rules they go over is where that dead area is next to the dugout.
Yeah, they do, and that's and they discussed that here, had a lengthy discussion at the beginning of the game, and out there at home plate, and of course that's what Coach Collier, again, as you said, was over there discussing and showing. Of course, Coach Harrelson is trying to prove his point here on that and make a case or make an argument. I don't really know why, if the dead areas were clearly explained, which I'm sure they were on the front end. But, again, I understand if you're Northeast, and, of course, there was no chalk line down there, that you're going to see that differently than we do.
Yeah, the only thing I can think that he might argue is there was a couple of players that stood their ground, didn't necessarily move, that was in that dead area of the field. And so that, you can say, hey, maybe arguing that they didn't make an attempt to get out of the way, but that, it's a dead area. So it's a void, if you will.
That's right. It's a dead area, like you say. And so I think that's the point he's trying to make is you're right, is that a couple players over there that didn't try to do their part to get out of the way.
And as the opposing coach, you have to make that argument in that situation. So.
Absolutely, no doubt. But throughout that lengthy second strike, which we still have 2-2-2 across the board, the pitcher's got to get rewarmed back up, and Bain's got to take some more cuts before we have this next pitch.
2-2 pitch coming. Fastball swung on, missed for strike three. That will do it for the inning there, and a big-time inning for the Tigers to get out of there with no damage done. We've played 5 here in Fulton. Indians lead at 5-1. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here to move to the top of the 6th inning. ICC leads at 5-1 here over the rivals of Northeast. This is a non-conference matchup. It's been a day filled with baseballs. It's been a triple header that included Northwest, who is probably at home and in bed by now. They played a couple of games. They picked up a 5-4 win over ICC in 8 innings and then dropped a 20-11 decision in the second game as there's a swing and a miss for strike one.
Yeah, Davis still out there for the Indians, and of course gets strike one and gets strike two there as Elliott grounds that one foul down the first base side. So got an 0-2 count here. Davis still throwing a heck of a game here again after he settled down after that first inning. He's really taken control. Not a bad 0-2 pitch right there. Couldn't get him to chase.
1-2 is the count here. This is Elliott, Johnson, and Foster scheduled up. Couldn't get the back door on that strike there.
He wanted that one.
He did, and looked like the catcher thought he had got it too, but 2-2 now is the count. There's a shot ripped in just over the leaping second baseman, and that'll go for a base hit there as Elliott trying to fire up the dugout as he is heading down to first base. That was his second hit.
Number 4,
and I'll tell you what,
Johnson.
Drew Capobianco did everything he could to make a play on that one.
He did. Got up as high as he could on that one, just got over his head. Of course, you're going to have a visit from Coach McCrory here, but ICC did send some folks, or send one down to the bullpen to get activity going down there.
So we're going to step away real quick here, a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
And welcome back. Looks like ICC is not going to go ahead and make a change here, but as Brad mentioned, they do got some guys getting loose down the bullpen. Had some guys getting loose earlier, so maybe just trying to get them re-warmed up here. 5-1 is your score. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Ben Davis on the hill here for the Indians. Just gave up his 6th hit of the game. So a runner at first, and this is going to be Johnson coming to the plate, I believe. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Looks at that pitch, missing low and outside for a ball.
Yeah,
Brad?
I'm sure Ben is kind of, he was on an adrenaline rush the last 2 innings when he left, and I'm sure he's like, he really wants to stay in the game if he can, but
this pitch fouled back, evens things up at 1-1.
And he may battle back here and earn his way back in. Of course, I'm sure they got to be looking at that pitch count too, and that's the big thing that I know they're looking at. Have not made it to actual conference play, and you say, well, you're playing Northeast today, but as Adam mentioned, this is not a conference game. It's a non-conference matchup between the two.
So 1-1 is the count. No outs and a runner on first here for the Tigers. They trail 5-1. Oh, a pitch that was going for a strike earlier, missing for a ball there. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, that one, I'm like you. I think he called that one earlier, but he may have forgotten that he called that one earlier.
So waiting the 2-1 offering here from Davis. This one lifted, could be trouble. Nope, don't think it's going to have enough. Nope, back to the wall, and the catch is made. Well, that was up against the wall by Lee. It's one of those, for a second, you didn't think it had enough to get out of here, just kept carrying. And Lee did a great job of running out there. Not only that, but having the wherewithal to know where the wall was and not crash into it and reel it in there.
Yeah, I did a great job. He covered a lot of ground and a lot of territory out there in center. Of course, he did get under that a little bit. Johnson did. So, but there again, there's a smash right there in between first and second. There's going to be a base hit, but it will hold the runners at bay, and they will not advance to third. So Foster comes in and does his job and advances runners, and we're going to see a pitching change here, Adam.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Carter is going to go to the bullpen here. Call the bullpen being brought to you by Tommy Morgan real estate agent Ricky Murphy. We're going to hear from him and more of our sponsors and be back and introduce you to the new pitcher here for the Indians right after this.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tide!
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
And welcome back as ICC does go to the bullpen, being brought to you by Tommy Morgan real estate agent Ricky Murphy. When you're ready to make the call to maybe sell your home, buy your next dream home, or your forever home, give Ricky Murphy a call at 662-321-9824. That's 321-9824. Or you can drop him an email at rmurphy, that's with a Y, rmurphy@tmhomes.com. And Brad, tell us about the new pitcher here for the Indians.
You got Matt Bourdon's come in, and he's a freshman from Collierville, Tennessee. Did his play at Marshall Academy. So far this year, he's had 2 appearances on the year, pitched 2 2/3 innings, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 base on ball, does have 6 Ks to his credit, 3.38 ERA.
So he's going to come in a big situation here, 1 out. We're in the top of the 6th inning. ICC leading 5-1. This will be the number 9 batter. Peoples coming to the plate. He is 1 for 1 of the day with a sacrifice bunt and a single. The Indians saw the Rangers rally in the first game of the day, trying to avoid that here in the nightcap. This first pitch fouled back for strike 1. You know why I came back so early? I really like that song by Outkast.
It's a good song.
It is.
It's a good song.
So 0-1 is the count here. Bourdon on the hill here for the Indians. Peoples at the plate. Runners on first and second here for the Tigers. Fastball missing low. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, Northeast trying to spark something here. As you mentioned, Adam, got a ICC still up 5-1 here. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Runners at first and second, 1 out.
So the 1-1 pitch coming. This is a flare. Could be trouble if it stays fair, but going to be foul. Slicing foul by about 5 foot, 6 foot, 7 foot, 8.
9 or 10, I can't remember, yeah.
Something like that. But either way it goes, nothing but an exciting strike there. 1-2 now is the count on Peoples.
Yeah, pitch was on the inside part of the plate. He just fought it off, did all he could, and then almost was able to drop that in over first baseman's head out there in right field.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here. And this one hammered, and it's going to be foul out of play towards the parking lot.
How that missed a car, I have no idea.
That was one of those, like, you knew it was heading that way, and it was heading that way with some authority, and I was like you, I was expecting to hear a big boom on that one.
I have no idea how that one missed a vehicle.
So 1-2 is the count here to Peoples. 1 out in the inning, runners on first and second. Grounder up the middle.
Double play.
There's 1 and 2. Martin Knowledge says, I'll take care of business here, guys. Gets the unassisted double play brought to you by Little Caesars to end the inning. We'll take a break and come back with the bottom half of the sixth, where to be Lee, Rock, and Settlemyers due up for the Indians. Let's hear from Little Caesars and be back with more right after this.
The slices and the sticks.
All I ever wanted for dinner was pizza, Marcy. And all I ever asked of you was steaks.
Don't choose. Get Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half pizza, half Italian cheese sticks. And Dane's awake.
I smell bacon.
End the dinner drama with hot and ready slices and sticks. Or order online for new jalapeno or bacon sticks.
Pizza.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we now shift to the bottom of the sixth inning, where to be the 5, 6, 7 batters due up. Lee, Rock, and Settlemyers scheduled up here for the Indians. ICC leads at 5-1 thanks to a Little Caesars double play turned by Martin Knowledge to end the inning and get the Indians out of a slight jam there in the top half of the sixth. That pitch inside, but called a strike. Lee at the plate here for the Indians. Smith still on the heel here. Is that pitch missing for a ball? 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Bottom of the sixth, ICC leading 5-1 over Northeast. This pitch popped back, foul and out of play. 1-2 now will be the count.
Yeah, I know ICC would love to add a couple of those insurance runs here before they go into the 7th inning against Northeast. And tack on a few. They do have that 5-1 lead here, but always looking for a few insurance runs.
Breaking pitch, and that was beautiful.
That froze him. Because up there at the plate, he was not expecting that. I was thinking that ball was going to come inside enough where he could roll his shoulder and get hit possibly. Yep. And that pitch just broke right back into the strike zone beautifully, and so got the K there.
Second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Smith. And now this will bring up Bo Rock.
And that did hit Bo Rock. That one did not curve or twist or turn in any direction, just went straight at him.
Well, if you look at it, that's one thing that the pitching has struggled with tonight here for Northeast. That is the fourth hit batter of this evening. You add that to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walks. So they've put 10 batters on base tonight, either by a walk or a hit batter.
That's tough to get over right there.
Ooh. And this one turned on. It's going to be popped up. Left fielder's going to give chase, but it's going to get out of play. And, well, I tell you what, that was sent to the moon. Just turned on it a bit too soon.
Yeah, Settlemyers was sitting on that pitch right there and was way early on that. And got a long strike one. That's basically what that ended up being. So 0-1 count, 1 out, runner at first.
Settlemyers, he's had a tough one. He's 0 for 3. And that curve is there again as Smith feeling the breaking pitch here. 0-2 now is the count.
Yeah, you're down in the count here now, and if you're Settlemyers, you're trying to guess exactly what pitch you're going to see.
And reaches out and pulls that one out to left field.
What a great job of hitting right there on the 0-2 count. Waited on that pitch, wait back, and drove that pitch in between short and third. Excellent job right there. Still got 1 out, but that did move Bo Rock up to second base, and now you have a runner in scoring position with Dre McCray up.
7th hit of the game there for the Indians. Both teams with 7 hits this evening, and now this is going to bring McCray to the plate. He is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Grounded out to the shortstop in his last at bat. He was actually the first batter that Smith saw here. And check swing, and that's going to be a foul ball.
It was almost kind of like a defense
Yeah.
check swing. It was kind of high and tight on him, so he kind of turned and put the bat out there enough to where it got a piece of it. And, folks, it was just foul, too.
Yeah, I would say just foul, and would have technically worked like a sacrifice bunt in that situation to advance the runners, but he hit the sweet spot of that bat, too, because it had a loud ping.
It sure did.
This one fouled back. 0-2 now is the count.
Could not catch up with that one. Now he's down in the count.
So McCray going to have to guard the dish here with 1 out. Runners on first and second here for the Indians. We're in the bottom of the 6th. ICC leading 5-1. This pitch fouled off, out of play, and we'll stay at 0-2. Well, the Indians wanting to pick up some of those insurance runs, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Brandon Poland. Trying to build up that lead a little bit heading into the 7th. So McCray will dig in. 0-2 is the count. I think he might be thinking breaking ball here, as that's been his best pitch he's got so far this inning. That's what it was.
That's what it was, and McCray was able to get a piece of it enough to foul it back and stay alive.
So we'll stay at 0-2 here as McCray battling at the dish against Smith of the Tigers. So waiting the 0-2 pitch here from Brant Smith. That one missing outside. Not a bad spot to miss, especially when you got some pitches to burn in that situation. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good eye up there by McCray, though. Very patient. Even with that 0-2 count, didn't feel compelled to chase that. So good eye, good job there on his end.
So 1-2 now is the count. Runners on first and second for the Indians. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Couldn't lay off the high heat there. Nice pitch by Smith to get the out.
Yeah, couldn't catch up with that. We've got a pinch hitter coming up here, too, with looks like Eli Hancock.
So Hancock will come to the plate here for the Indians, batting in place of Coombs, who was 0 for 1 with a pair of walks and a run scored. That last strikeout was the 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Smith. Renaissance Bank, they are the bank that understands you. I encourage you to visit renaissancebank.com to find out why. And so Eli Hancock will try to come to the bat here and see if he can spark them with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. ICC leading 5-1. Hancock looks at the first pitch, low for a ball.
Hancock played in our first game today against Northwest, but was not seeing action tonight.
So he'll dig into this situation. We mentioned 2 outs here. That pitch high and outside for a ball.
Yeah, good eye there. Of course, something happens. Hancock gets on. It does take us back to the top of the lineup with Drew Capobianco.
So 2-0 is the count here to Hancock. Sees this one, fouls it back. 2-1 now is the count.
Not a bad cut there on that pitch. Just missed it. And I think he'd like to have that one back. But not a bad cut there. 2-1.
As Brad mentioned, 2-1 is the count. 2 outs. Indians with runners at first and second. Bottom of the 6th, ICC leading 5-1. And that one right there paints the corner for a strike. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good pitch right there. Wasn't Hancock's pitch, or he wasn't planning that. Wasn't one that he was expecting. But either way, 2's across the board again. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So Eli will dig in to protect the dish here. But a nice pitch just outside the reach of Hancock. And he goes down. That is the 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Smith. The Indians, well, they're 3 outs away from picking up this win here as they lead at 5-1 as we head to the 7th. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the top of the 7th inning. ICC trying to get a split on the day after dropping a 5-4 decision to Northwest in 8 innings. They lead it 5-1 here as we head to the top of the 7th. But if you're Northeast, you're right where you want to be, as it's going to be the 1-2-3 batters scheduled up. Holiday coming to the plate, 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts, a walk, and a run scored.
Yeah, and they're leaving Bourdon on the hill. And the one thing you got to remember, yes, we talked about Kyle Holiday and his speed and all that. It is a 5-1 game. I want to remind everybody of that. And Holiday is not going to win the game or tie the game for us. So should he get on, it's not the end of the world with Holiday. I mean, granted, he does have the speed. If he does happen to get around and score, again, that's fine. He's not going to be the game killer or the tie of the game. So we prefer to go ahead and get him out. Let's go ahead and get this first out. But if he does get on, you know, it's not a killer.
So no reason to hit the panic button.
Right.
So quick meeting there between the battery as that fastball finds the corner of the plate for strike one. 0-1 is the count here to Holiday. Swing and a miss, strike two. Nice location after they get on that outside edge. Came back in low and inside, and a swing and a miss there by Holiday. And Bourdon quickly ahead in the count now 0-2.
Yeah, Holiday couldn't catch up with that low fastball that came through there on the inside part of the plate.
And that fastball just missing inside. Oh, a tough one. One to hold off on there, but ICC fans really wanting that one called for strike three. Instead, the count goes 1-2.
Great pitch right there.
So the 1-2 pitch coming here. Fouled back. Nice job by Holiday to find a piece of that one to keep the at-bat alive.
Yeah, good job there by Holiday. Still down in the count, 1-2.
So he will dig in here. Bourdon looking for the strikeout in this situation. And this one's going to be fouled off towards the parking lot. And
it got a car.
Yep, you heard the O's out of the crowd.
It got a vehicle.
So 1-2 will be the count here on Holiday.
But as we said in the first game, it did not get the Gora-mobile.
Nope. It can't take much more abuse. 1-2 now is the count.
Oh.
City's inside. 2-2 now is the count. One of those had to kind of wait because he heard a bark as if it was strike three, but then the umpire said inside. 2-2 now is the count. That one in the dirt. Nobody on base to have to worry about there. 3-2 goes to count. Nice at bat here by Holiday to force the count to go full after falling behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, it's fantastic at bat. You know, again, starting out like he did, and then, of course, now battling his way back to a full count, as you mentioned, and getting more pitches added to Bourdon here.
So the 3-2 pitch coming. And they're going to say, did he go? No, he did not. And that's going to be ball four. Well, one of those pitches you really thought should have been rung up for strike three. But although I will say this, that umpire has been accurate and been consistent with that inside pitch there. Didn't give it to him. And so Holiday will reach for the second time today on a walk.
Yeah, I agree with you fully. And I don't think Holiday went around either from what I saw. So, again, that was a good call on both ends by umpires out there. But you have a runner at first now, no outs.
Sprawling at the plate. That pitch falls off the table a bit too soon. missing low for a ball.
So my point in saying all that at the beginning about if Holiday does reach, you can't focus on Holiday right now if you're Bourdon. You need to focus on the guy at the plate.
That pitch in there for a strike. Nice job coming back and finding the zone there. 1-1 now is the count here to Sprawling. He's 0 for 3 on the day with a pair of strikeouts and a ground out to the shortstop. So waiting the 1-1 offering here. They are going to toss over to first. Kind of a half-hearted toss there to keep Holiday honest. And every once in a while you can kind of catch a guy that's aggressive on the bases if you can guess right. Yeah, catch him and get him in a rundown.
And they did that in the Northwest
They
game.
did. So 1-1 pitch coming. This one popped a mile high, back and out of play. 1-2 now is the count. Well, that hit something.
I wonder if that was the Gore Mobile.
Nah, I think that one actually went far enough back it might have been a tractor in the shed area. I hope it was anyway. If it hits mine,
well, you're going to shake his hand.
I will. I'll have to go. You're right. I did say that. If anybody hits my vehicle where I'm parked, I'll shake their hand. So waiting the 1-2 pitch here. And that one goes just high for a ball. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, not a bad pitch there on a 1-2 count. Couldn't get him to chase it.
Runner at first. There is no outs in this situation. Sprawling at the plate.
Got
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Big time strikeout there. First of the game for Bourdon. 1 out now. And now McCoy will come to the plate. McCoy is 0 for 2 with the walk. He'll dig in with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. ICC leading this one 5-1 with the runner at first here for the Tigers. That pitch just missing low for a ball. Well, the way the umpire kind of had a hiccup when he looked like he was going to stand up and call that one a strike, but instead held off and said it was too low for his liking. 1-0 is the count. And then comes back on that inside pitch that Bourdon was looking for earlier for a strike. Gets that one called this time, 1-1.
Yeah, great job right there by Bourdon. Battle back, got 1-1 count here. Still got Holiday at first.
So the 1-1 pitch. This one lifted, and it's going to be out there to the left fielder who will just jog in and makes the play. Good location on that pitch that really and truly, if you did get a piece of it, all you do is just did what was there and just float it out there to left field.
Yeah, I agree. He just got a piece of it and floated it out there, and they were able to make a play on it. Gets the second out of the inning, a big out right there. Now, of course, that does bring up Owen here, but you still have Holiday at first.
Owen 1 for 3 on the day with a single and an RBI. He has struck out in his most recent at-bat. Takes that first pitch low for a ball.
Northeast down to their last out here.
5-1 is your score. We're in the top of the 7th. ICC with the lead here over the Tigers of Northeast. This one popped up, and that could do it. Verdon comes in, squeezes it, and ICC picks up the win by the final score of 5-1. We'll take a quick break, come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report, and be back with more right after this.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okalon, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC picks up the 5-1 win here over the Tigers of Northeast. And Brad, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I mean, very impressive pitching outing, in my opinion, for Etowamba to come in. And, you know, Davis, as we mentioned, came in and did an excellent job. Had that rocky first inning, just a little bit of rock there. Of course, that's when Northeast did get their only run of the game. And then, of course, settled down and just dominated from that point forward. Did run out of a little gas, which that's understandable. But Bourdon came back in relief and did a fantastic job there too. And then, of course, the play, you know, Verdung and the hot bath there and turning on that pitch, that no-doubter that's probably still it made it to the waterway, probably, Jordan. So, but great job by the Indians and good to rebound. You know, again, it's a non-conference game. I want to stress that to people. This was non-conference today, all day between Northwest, ICC, and Northeast. But they lost a heartbreaker. And so when they lost that heartbreaker to Northwest, where they came back, Northeast, it was a big win, big to pick that up.
Absolutely. 5-1, your final score. That game recap brought to you by Bank Okolona. Bank Okolona, the same name and business, new name, same business that people have come to know and trust for over 75 years. They got a new location out there in Tupelo near the hospital. I do encourage you to go by and check them out. We do have to pick a Sam's Town Market star of the game. Of course, when we talk about Sam's Town Market, we got to talk about our good buddy Sam Ferris, as Sam's Town Market is your choice for fresh meat, produce, dairy, and local products. They're located at Highway 371 North, right there in the heart of Mantachie. And Brad, you and I both agree on tonight's star of the game.
Yeah, I agree on Ben Davis. Heck of a job coming in, starting pitching, and carried that game deep into the game here. Carried his pitching deep into the game, and ICC didn't have to go to the bullpen till late. So great job by Ben Davis.
ICC fans, don't forget to access more than 450,000 nationwide deals. Things like cell phone protection, 24/7 roadside assistance, and so much more with a new Renaissance Bank Rewards Extra Checking account. So that's going to do it for a absolutely long day at the ballpark that started back at 12:05 as ICC finishes off the nightcap with a 5-1 win over Northeast. Your final line, Northeast 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. ICC 5 runs, 7 hits, also no errors. Also in the afternoon, Northeast picked up a 20-11 win over Northwest. ICC fell in 8 innings to the Rangers 5-4. So for Dr. Brad Boggs, Lee Adams, Raphael Henry, I'm Adam Gore saying so long from Fulton. We'll see you back tomorrow night here on the Red Channel. Basketball, playoff basketball. 7 o'clock will be the First American National Bank opening tip between ICC and Kahoma. Have a great evening, and as always, Roll Tribe.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.